Hey, everybody. Wait, it's Tuesday. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
I know. I'm aware.
I got my coffee. You got your coffee?
Yes, I got my coffee. It's right here.
We're ready to go. This is another edition of Trash Talk. And this is a very, very interesting situation. But as bizarre as what we're going to share with you right now is, it's typical for Trash Talk.
This is not, it's very unusual and not at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, all right. What the hell are we talking about?
I don't know.
For the last month, almost month and a half, we've been promoting a very, very special contest right here on Trash Talk. We were giving you, our listeners, the opportunity to be a guest on this most prestigious show. And you wrote into us, you emailed us, you commented. We got all kinds of entries to go through, and there were some great entries.
Really good ones.
Oh,
I got a text message. Like every week, but I told my mom no. So.
And my wife, I said, no, you're ineligible. Relatives of the participants of the program are ineligible.
Exactly.
But we really did. We got some great entries. Some of them simply said, okay, I'll do it. There were others that explained themselves. The prize package was incredible. I mean, and I just want you to know, for those of you that were hedging and said, I don't think I want to. Look, here's what we're giving away. We're giving away a car, we're giving away cash, and we're giving away food. I'm here. I got a car, I got the cash, I got the food.
Yeah.
So
I got Trash Talk stickers.
And the Trash Talk stickers. I mean, we got a prize package like they don't even give this kind of stuff away on Wheel of Fortune.
But you missed out.
But we sat down, we agonized. We agonized over a steak dinner, a coffee in the morning. We went through all of these applications to try and find our winner. And we found our winner. And you want to announce our winner?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
My throat hurts.
Oh, okay. Travis Patton Sr., which is the winner of the first ever and hopefully annual Be a Guest on Trash Talk contest. And
Travis.
So right here, right now, we were going to introduce Travis, and he was going to be our special guest. And if 15 minutes ago, we get an email from Travis. Guys, can we reschedule or something? And we said, why? What for?
Right.
What's more important than this? He
Nothing.
said, my daughter just went into labor. I'm going to be a grandfather.
I know. You get this message. Hey guys, I got to reschedule. Something came up. I'm thinking like work, like maybe we got to postpone it 30 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe he was having a hard time going to the bathroom, and all of a
sudden coffee tasted
up
like crap,
So, something. But I mean, if I had to say, the only excuse that you would have for not appearing on this show would be you just had a coronary.
You died. You're dead.
Yeah. Or your daughter went into labor.
First off, I mean, obviously, I didn't even know she was pregnant, but I don't think I did. Number two, that's not something that just came up. Like, something just came up. I literally thought like we would have to wait, or come back tomorrow. I don't know.
I think he was really more worried about being a grandfather than he was about the fact that his daughter was going to have a baby.
Yeah, I think that part of it was different. I think him realizing that he is at that age now where he could be a grandfather. Well, Travis, man, congratulations.
Like, oh my God. He's going to get
an awesome thing. It's technically a Trash Talk baby, really.
Yeah. And he's probably going to get to the hospital, and they're going to have to admit him for anxiety.
I'm sure. I can't wait to hear about it. Travis, he will be back on. He will be back on. We're just going to have to postpone that date for a minute. Let him calm down from realizing that he's old now. So
we will. He is a really cool guy. He will share some incredible stories with us and about him, and so we will have our winner, Travis Patton Sr. On the show. You're gonna love this guy.
Yeah, he'll be back. This isn't going away, but and we could thank you to everybody that reached out and tried to win and give. It was tough, but there was something just set Travis apart. We will have more contests down the road. Just keep following, liking, sharing, all that nonsense. So.
Somebody just texted in and say, "Hey, don't you have to be present to win?" And all if he's not here, how pull another name? No, that's not how it works.
Is that my mom again? Will you tell her to stop texting me?
Yes.
To go away, please get out of here. Okay, you're not going to be on the show. Get over it.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Novara, make some more lasagna, would you?
Right. Get out of here with that. You're not going to be on the show. It's not happening.
And take my wife with you, please.
Right. We got too many other people.
But no, Travis Patton Sr. will be our guest on a future show, which means you've got to come back every Tuesday morning to find out which show it is when he appears.
We really just do this so you keep watching. There is no Travis. He doesn't exist.
We'll schedule it for one of our future shows. And in the meantime, we get very passionate about what we're doing, and that's kind of one of the things that we were going to discuss with Travis. And we'll probably have to pick another subject with him. But, everybody's passionate about something. The two of us are passionate about what we're doing right now. And that is podcasting and blogging. And I mean, I do basically this. Brandon is involved in so many other things. He's writing books. He's he's writing for the movie reviews.
Yeah, Movie Web. Yeah, I actually have an assignment today I got to finish. So yeah.
And if you have a chance, they can get that on what website can they go to see your reviews?
Oh, Movie Web. Yeah, you can go to movieweb.com. It's on social media as well. It's really everything from movies to TV to comics. We try to do breaking news. Sometimes it's just discussing what's happened with some actors. But if you're into the entertainment world, Movie Web is the place to be. So.
And you review a lot of the new movies that either are out or are coming out, and talk about them in advance, which is pretty cool. And you write some good stuff there, dude.
It's fun. Yeah, I got lucky. I got really blessed with that when that opportunity came up.
So what are some of the other things that we're passionate about? You're passionate about passion fruit. I can see that over your shoulder.
Passion fruit is a really ugly fruit, by the way, when you cut it open.
It is. I don't know why.
Really
I don't know how a fruit that ugly got that name.
And it's good, and you can use it, and it's so much beneficial to you. But it is ugly, man. God.
Yeah. Another one that's in that category is dragon fruit.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so good.
It is, if you've ever seen it, but you walk into a store and you see this dragon fruit, and it looks like a leftover bomb from World War II.
So I just call it weird fruit. And so I'll buy weird fruit like once a week for Luke and I to try. He's game. We eat a ton of fruit over here. And he's game. And when I told him it was dragon fruit, he thought it was the coolest thing. But he was really hesitant at first until I cut it open. And I said, here's your bowl. You don't even have to get a bowl, just get a spoon.
Right.
And we each ate a half of it. It was delicious. That and there's another one called Kiwano melon that's really good. And
Kiwano melon?
Yeah, ugly as can be. But the health benefits of it, it's also expensive, but it's delicious. So there you go. I'm passionate about fruit.
I am too. I used to love grapefruit.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved grapefruit, but when you start with medical issues, sometimes anything that acidic is not good for you. You got to watch the orange juice and the grapefruits. And I haven't had a good glass of grapefruit juice in decades. and I miss it a lot.
Yeah, I get that, because even I don't have anything related to that, but I could see it. Because even if I drink orange juice or grapefruit juice, I don't do a lot of it because it just bothers me. Luke loves orange juice, but I can't do it. And I haven't had grapefruit juice since I put vodka in it. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I have to pass on the orange juice unless it's in a screwdriver.
Right. Can we make a mimosa with it? Does that count?
That's right. Then it doesn't count because the orange juice is diluted.
Yeah, it cancels it out, And a mimosa anyway is champagne, splash. That's it,
Yes. Yeah, just put a little splash of orange juice in it.
I love a mimosa, man. I get passionate about when we go out to brunch. I love a mimosa. Like, I'm a coffee drinker, and I don't drink as much alcohol as I used to. But when it's mimosa time, I'm just like, let's just bring the pitchers. Let's go,
Yeah. I was always that way when we go to an Italian restaurant and you have sangria.
Yeah, a good sangria.
I mean, not Italian restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, and they serve like, you get your tacos and enchiladas and a pitcher of sangria. Oh,
got to be good though. It's got to have all that fruit in there, and it can't just be some generic version. It's got to be good.
Right.
And cold.
Yes.
I guess we're passionate drinkers.
Well, we're passionate drinkers. We like fruit. And then so I'm also passionate about pizza. I love my pizza.
Yeah.
And any type. I mean, I favor deep dish pizza from Chicago.
Well, obviously.
And I didn't realize that the deep dish square type pizza and all is indigenous to Detroit.
Yeah, that's Detroit style pizza. Yeah.
And I just learned that and started to like that too. But I'm just as happy with a thin crust pizza too, because with a thin crust pizza you get twice the toppings.
Well, that's it too. You've got all the generic, I'll say generic pizza places around here. I don't want to give names, Pizza Hut and Domino's, but all those
Little Caesars,
Papa John's, all those places. But there's some really, like, when you get out of that, and then that pizza has a purpose. You got a bunch of people coming over, throw some pies down, call it a day. But there is some really good pizza places around here too. And one of my favorites, and I've been going since before they were opened, is Pizzeria Testa in Frisco. There is one down in Dallas, but I don't get down there very much. Pizzeria Testa, and it's one of my favorite. I could sit at that place. I used to go when I lived in Frisco Square. I would just go there and get a cappuccino and just hang out. And then eventually I'd get hungry and buy a pizza. Everything's fresh. They fly the ingredients in from Italy. It's true Neapolitan style pizza.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about that too. Yeah.
Well, I would always recommend that if there is a locally owned and operated pizzeria, Tony's, that's where you want to go.
Absolutely.
Because when the owner is behind the counter and he's the one that's flipping the dough and preparing that pizza, it's going to have a flavor unlike any of the brand name places.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, no, yeah. And you should always support those anyway. We've talked about corporate versus local and all that stuff. So what about sports? I know you like baseball. I mean, would that be is that your main sport then?
Yeah, I would say for actually going to the stadium, probably baseball by far that's my favorite experience. As far as sitting in an armchair at home and watching, I like to follow football, maybe some basketball, but football on TV and baseball in the stadium are my two main passions. And in that stadium, they got to have good brats and cold beer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That just cold. Well, especially if you're at a Rangers game,
That's the whole experience.
So, what's your team? Is it Cubs? Is it Rangers? Is it?
No, I have two favorite teams. My two favorite teams are the Chicago White Sox and anybody who plays the Chicago Cubs.
What?
Yeah. The White Sox and whoever plays the Cubs. My two favorite teams.
Gosh.
Hey, I'm a South Sider. What can I tell you?
I know.
True to the South Side of
I'm not
Chicago.
from Chicago, But if I pick a team in Chicago, it's the Cubs. It ain't the White Sox. So
Now, anything north of the Chicago River is Wisconsin.
what get out? Well, I would say obviously I love baseball. I do, but it's not my. I mean, I'm a Tigers fan through and through, and they're doing great right now. And Miggy, love Miggy. But I would say sports, it's soccer by far. I mean,
that's true.
Going to FC Dallas, watching Italy win again, that's phenomenal. Just had to throw that in there.
You posted a video when Italy won the World Soccer match.
Yeah, the Euro Cup.
Were you by yourself? Or was anybody in the apartment with you? Started throwing, what were you throwing? Cereal or whatever?
No, it was pasta. It was
pasta. That's right. You were opening pasta boxes and throwing pasta, jumping up and down, rolling around. You were swimming in pasta on the floor. and you took a video of it. It was that's one you've got to send to the National Podcast Association.
I was so that day, I was so excited. It was such a big game for Italy to play England. And I got nothing against England. They're just not Italy, you know?
Yeah.
And then when they won, because England was pretty good that first half.
It was a good game right up to the end.
And then I lost my mind. I was so excited. That was also like, 9 beers later.
And I am starting to follow soccer because I have a niece who is at the University of Bridgeport in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
And they won the national championship about 2 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And they're like third in the nation rated. They played their first game last night and we were able to watch it through the university website. Unfortunately, they lost the game 2-1. So they lost their first game of the season, but I'm starting to get into soccer a little bit more too.
There's nothing like we're going in October again. There's nothing like going to a soccer game. We have the privilege of being able to be so close to FC Dallas that you can go. And then they get a lot of other teams from across the country and world and things like that. So I'm also a big college football fan, and Michigan State just played the other day and they won their first game against Northwestern. They killed them. So super excited about that. But that's about it. I don't really care about the NFL very much. I mean, obviously being from Detroit, who cares about the Lions? You either love them or hate them, and I just don't care. I hope
if they started winning, you'd love them.
Well, you know what though? I'm going to be that guy that's happy for them, but I don't want to be a bandwagon fan. I watched them for years, and I'm like, oh, you suck. But I like basketball, but I just something about it. I think the pandemic really just took it out of me. I don't know why.
Well, and also professional baseball and professional football, but I'm like you. I like college football. In fact, I like college basketball better than professional basketball.
Hands down. Love it.
And even college baseball sometimes very exciting because it's usually higher scoring games. It's a lot of trick plays and everything and I mean, even things like volleyball at the college level and everything is very, very interesting to follow too.
Yeah.
Being from Chicago, when I was growing up, I used to spend almost every Sunday with my dad sitting in the family room watching bowling, professional bowling, the professional bowling tour. For those that maybe have ever gone to a Don Carter bowling alley, Don Carter, when I was a kid, was like the king of bowling, and you used to watch bowling. I mean, what good does it do to roll a ball down a lane? But there was some it's like watching at the Winter Olympics.
Right.
Probably the sport that I enjoy watching most is curling.
Well, yeah, that's it. So it's so funny. I used to make fun of curling until you start getting into it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with polo.
Yeah. Every year I go out and I buy a new broom. just to watch curling.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, sports drive a lot of passion. And the thing is, in sports, when you have that team, you get passionate. You know, it's like we talked about wrestling before. I mean, I'm still into it. I just watched SummerSlam last month, you know, and I still felt like a kid. WrestleMania is coming back in March and I'm going, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably get sick, but I'm going. Music, you know, passionate about that. TV. I hate to say you're passionate about TV because it makes me sound like a couch potato.
Well, the pandemic did that to us too. You know, not
Yeah.
only that, but movies.
Movies.
And movie genres. I know that you are very much into thriller type movies.
Yeah.
And I still like a good comedy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the great, and then of course what the pandemic did was the series, you know, like actually my wife and I are watching Downton Abbey right now.
Are you really?
Yeah. You know, and it's surprisingly good, but the thought of 6 seasons of watching this, you know, we're halfway through. We just finished season 3, but
that's not bad. Look, you know what I'm doing, and I don't want. Okay, so I used to watch when it first came out, Law and Order SVU. I was big into that. Then I stopped around season 6 or 7 because I was like, every time I turn around, there's some serial killer rapist. I can't do it anymore. Excuse me. And it just got too much. It was making me feel just icky. Well, then they came out with Law and Order Organized Crime, and it connects to SVU. And I'm like, kind of want to watch that. So I started watching SVU again on Peacock. They got 23 seasons. I'm on season 16. And at this point in the game, it's gone from disturbing to far-fetched to back to disturbing. I need a comedy after it, but I'm committed to it because I want to finish. I want to see the tie-in to Organized Crime.
right.
20, so you can handle 6 seasons.
Yeah. Well, that was like sitting down and watching the Rambo, you know, movies. You know, what are we up to, about 9 now or something?
7 or 8. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and Fast and Furious.
Well, Fast and Furious 9, and they're stopping at 11, I think.
So far.
I think 10 or 11, they said.
Yeah.
You know what? There are those shows, though. One of them for me is The Sopranos, and I think that's 7 seasons, even though the ending sucks. I still think it's one of the best shows on television, ever been on television, you know? And I will rewatch that. When there's a good story and a good character in a show or movie, you just connect and you can have that passion and to be entertained and learn something or just take yourself away from the real world, you know?
Yeah. And you know, didn't bother us so much during the pandemic, but now that the pandemic has slowed up anyway, it seems like it's going back into another cycle.
I don't know.
Now you look at these series and you say, oh, 2 seasons, I can handle that. But you see one that's 8 or 9 seasons and you say, no, I'm not going to get hooked.
It takes me a long time because I don't watch any of that stuff when little man's around, obviously. We have our own shows, like real shows. Like he'll sit and watch The Office with me and laugh, you know, a couple shows. And then we call it Dad and Luke Show because that means I don't want to watch a cartoon right now. So we'll find something together, you know, but I don't watch it. So if there's a show that's 8 seasons, it's going to take me a couple months, you know.
There's one that maybe even Luke would like. It's a series on, I think, Netflix called Dogs. And it's true life stories about dogs. Everything from mascots at colleges to there was one of a rescue of a dog that somebody from Afghanistan or something came to America and he left his dog behind, and all the political meandering he went through to get his dog back.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're like half-hour episodes, so they're short, they're pretty cool, but it's all based on true events.
Have you? So speaking of animals, I know you have a dog. You have one or two? Just one, right?
Just one.
That's what I thought. Have you always been an animal person, or did that come later in life? You have
always been a dog person.
For you. Okay, dog specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a parakeet.
Really?
Once upon a time. Yeah. We had a parakeet that used to I don't know why this parakeet would sit on his perch with one foot. And then and at 3 o'clock in the morning, you'd hear this, he would fall off the perch into the bottom of I always would, if you're going to fall off the damn perch, why don't you put both feet on the perch? But gee, many Christmas. I always wanted to have a bird and a dog named
Really?
Both? Name what is it? A woofer and tweeter. a dog and a bird named Woofer and Tweeter. I have a friend who's got 2 dogs named Willie and Nelson.
Oh my God. I got a feeling at some point in my life, I don't know when, not when I'm living here, when I have a bigger place, that there's going to be a dog involved because. Oh,
it's not going to be your decision. It's going to be Luke's.
Well, so we went to this cabin a few weeks ago, and this gentleman had a bunch of farm dogs, and they literally just came to hang out with us. And one of them was huge old guy. His name was Bob, and great dog. He was massive. He was huge, and Luke just went up to him, hugged him. He sat by the fire with us. He was just our buddy, and I'm like, great. And so I asked him, what kind of dog you want? He's like, yeah, probably a big one. I'm like, oh, okay. This is going to be great. I'm not doing it now, but he can just deal with the cat, but
right.
Yeah. So I'm never, because I always said if my cat died or when he dies, I'm done. I'm not getting any more pets. I know that's not true now.
Not when Luke is around. And a big dog means big bags of dog food, and it means big poop in the backyard to clean up.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're gonna really wait on this situation for a while and drag it out and all that.
As long as you can.
I not start off with a fish, but maybe like a lizard or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Or just take him down to the pet store and let him look and do it that way for a while, get his fill.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot of people, passionate about animals. I don't say I got a passion about animals. I like them though. I do like them. I don't want any bad things to happen to them,
Yeah.
But passions like we do, like you said, with what we do with the shows, your radio shows, the live shows, the podcasting, it's, it's fun and all that, but you have to have a passion for it because it's not easy. It's just not, we make it look easy because we're professionals,
And if you like something, you try it. And if you really get into it, then it becomes a passion and you follow it.
Yeah.
And we're passionate about that. So, well, we all got passions. I hope you all have gotten something from us, and you're probably going to sit back now the rest of the day and think about all the things that you're passionate about.
Right.
And one of the things we certainly hope what you're passionate about is coming back here on Tuesday mornings and spending time with us at 8 o'clock just to see what we're up to. Make that a passion.
Yeah.
So?
You ain't got nothing else going on.
Yeah. got nothing else going on at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. Pour a cup of coffee, and join us. So we'll be back next week. Take care.
See you later, guys.
Bye.